My fiancé said at couples counseling, he's boring. I only proposed to him because I'm 34 and running out of time in front of the therapist. I stayed silent and let her keep talking. When the therapist asked me for my response, I simply said, I'd like to end this session and this engagement. I, 31 male, got engaged 6 months ago. 2 years together, living separately but spending most nights at my place. Things were good. Or so I thought. Last month she started getting weird. Critical about random stuff. Why don't I have career goals? Why do I spend Sundays watching football with my brother? Why don't we go to more exciting restaurants? I'm an accountant making $85,000. Not rich, not poor, stable. Thought that was a good thing. She suggested couples counseling. Preventative maintenance, she called it. Let's work on communication before the wedding. Sure. Weird timing, but okay. I'm not too proud to try. Booked Dr. Reynolds, some therapist her best friend raved about. $200 a session, but whatever. Walk into this office, leather couches, tissue boxes everywhere. Dr. Reynolds is mid-50s, kind face, notepad ready. We sit down. So what brings you both in today? My fiancé doesn't even hesitate. Just launches in. I love him, she starts. Already don't like the tone. But I need to be honest. He's so boring. I blink. Dr. Reynolds nods like this is normal. Can you tell me more about that? Like, his whole life is work, sports, video games with his brother. That's it. Every weekend, same thing. He's been an accountant at the same firm for 5 years. No ambition to move up, no interest in travel, nothing exciting. I'm sitting there, silent, let her cook. Dr. Reynolds glances at me. I give a small nod like, go ahead, I want to hear this too. My fiancé keeps going. And honestly, I need to just say it. I proposed to him because I'm 34 and running out of time. The room gets real quiet. My eggs aren't getting any younger. All my friends are married with babies. I scroll through Instagram and it's just pregnancy announcements and gender reveals. I can't wait forever for some perfect, exciting guy to show up. He's stable, makes decent money, won't cheat on me. At this age, that's what matters, right? Dr. Reynolds writes something down. Looks at her. So you feel like you settled? I mean, yeah, I guess. Like, I'm not getting any younger. My mom keeps asking when I'm giving her grandkids. He's nice, he's reliable, that's enough. Is it though? My fiancé sighs. Dramatically. Sometimes I look at him on the couch watching the game and I think, is this my whole life? Is this really it? But what choice do I have? I'm 34. I don't have time to start over and find someone better. The wedding's already planned. We have a venue, a photographer, my dress is ordered. What am I supposed to do? Cancel everything and be single at 35. Dr. Reynolds finally looks at me. How does hearing this make you feel? I stand up. I'd like to end this session. My fiancé turns. What? And this engagement? Wait, what are you? You just spent 10 minutes telling a stranger that you proposed to me out of desperation, that I'm boring, that you settled because you're afraid of being alone at 35. Why the hell would I marry someone who feels that way? I was being honest. That's what therapy is for. Yeah, and I'm being honest too. We're done. I grab my jacket, head for the door. She's up now, voice getting shrill. You can't just leave. We're in the middle of a session. Session's over, so are we. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You shut down when things get hard. I stop at the door, turn around. I'm not shutting down. I'm listening. You told me exactly how you feel, that I'm a backup plan because your biological clock is ticking, that you're only with me because you don't think you can do better. That's not me shutting down. That's me finally understanding who I'm really engaged to. Dr. Reynolds looks uncomfortable. Perhaps we should all take a breath. No thanks. I'm good. Walk out. Get in my car, drive home, sit on my couch, the boring couch where I watch boring sports. Stare at the wall for maybe 20 minutes. My phone starts buzzing. Her texts are coming in rapid fire. You can't just leave like that. We need to talk. This is so immature. I said I loved you too. You're overreacting. This is why we needed counseling in the first place. I silence my phone. Call my brother. Yo, how'd counseling go? Ended the engagement. What? Tell him everything. Word for word. He's quiet for a second. Then, holy shit, bro. She really said that? Out loud? In front of a therapist who's definitely going to remember this one. Dude, you dodged a nuke. What's the plan? No idea. Just done. Want me to come over? Nah, I'm good. Just need to sit with this. Hang up. Look at my phone. 23 missed calls, 47 texts now. Not tonight, not dealing with this tonight. So here's what you need to know about my apartment. I pay 70% of the rent. She insisted on contributing equally, but her freelance graphic design income is maybe $15,000 a year. I make $85,000. We split bills, but realistically, I cover most of it. She has a key, keeps clothes in my closet, toothbrush in my bathroom, basically lives here 4 nights a week. Around 11 p.m., I hear her key in the lock. I'd been debating whether to open the door, decided against it. She comes in. I'm sitting on the couch. She's got that look, red eyes from crying, mascara smudged. We need to talk. Nothing to talk about. Yes, there is. You can't just end a 2-year relationship over one comment. It wasn't a comment. It was the truth about how you actually feel. She sits down next to me. I move over. Babe, I was just venting. I didn't mean it the way it sounded. You told the therapist you only proposed because you're 34 and running out of time. That I'm boring. That you settled because your eggs are expiring. Which part didn't you mean? I was emotional. I was trying to be honest about my feelings. Great. Mission accomplished. Now I know how you really feel. That's not fair. Therapy is supposed to be a safe space to express. To express what? That you don't actually want to marry me? That you're just scared of being single at 35? Because that's what you expressed, loud and clear. She starts crying harder. I do want to marry you. I love you. No, you love the idea of being married before your ovaries pack it in. I'm just the guy who happened to be here. That's not true. I stand up. I need you to leave. This is ridiculous. I'm not leaving. We live together. No, we don't. I live here. You sleep here sometimes. There's a difference. And now you don't even do that anymore. Give me your key. What? Your key? Give it to me. No, this is my home too. Actually, it's not. Your name's not on the lease. You don't pay rent. You contribute maybe $300 a month for groceries. This is my apartment. Key. Now. She's looking at me like she doesn't recognize me. You're being so cold right now. This isn't like you. What did you expect? That I'd just pretend you didn't say all that? That I'd marry you anyway and spend the rest of my life wondering if you secretly resent me for being boring? Silence. T. She fumbles with her key ring. Throws the key at me. It bounces off my chest. Fine. Fine. You want to throw away everything over nothing? Go ahead. But don't come crying to me when you realize you made a huge mistake. She grabs her purse. Storms out. Slams the door so hard my neighbor probably felt it. I pick up the key from the floor. Put it on the counter. My phone rings. Her mom. Don't answer. She leaves a voicemail. I listen to it the next morning. You need to fix this. My daughter is devastated. I don't know what happened at that appointment, but she's saying you just walked out. That's not how adults handle problems. You call me back and we figure this out. Delete. Morning comes. I call a locksmith. Explain the situation briefly. Ex-girlfriend. Need the locks changed. Say no more. I can be there this afternoon, $180. Perfect. Go to work. Try to focus on spreadsheets. Can't. My phone keeps buzzing. Her best friend now. Answer on the 3rd call. What? What do you mean, what? She's devastated. She told me you ended the engagement over nothing. Over nothing? Is that what she said? She said she was honest in therapy and you freaked out. Did she tell you what she said? That she had some concerns about the relationship. She told the therapist she only proposed to me because she's 34 and panicking about her biological clock. That I'm boring, that she settled because she doesn't think she can find anyone better before she's too old. Those were her concerns. Silence. She didn't tell me that part. Yeah, figures. So no, I didn't freak out over nothing. I ended things after finding out my fiancé doesn't actually want to marry me. She just wants to marry anyone before her eggs expire. I mean, she's under a lot of pressure. Her mom keeps asking about grandkids. All her friends are pregnant. Not my problem anymore. You're really gonna throw away 2 years because she's scared? I'm ending it because she admitted she settled. Big difference. Don't call me again. Hang up. Block the number. Locksmith comes at 2 p.m. New deadbolt, new knob. Hands me 2 keys. There you go. Ex-girlfriend's officially locked out. Music to my ears. That evening, I start packing her stuff. She's got a surprising amount of crap here. Clothes, makeup, books, kitchen gadgets. That expensive KitchenAid mixer she bought and used twice, then I used every weekend for the past year. Pile it all by the door. Text her from my phone, haven't blocked her yet. Figured I need one line of communication for logistics. Your stuff is packed. Pick it up this weekend. Saturday between 10 to 12, you and one person. No drama. Response comes immediately. I can't believe you're really doing this. Saturday 10 to 12, confirm. Can we please just talk? Nothing to talk about, confirm pickup time. This is so cruel, confirming or not? Fine, Saturday, but this isn't over. It is. See you Saturday. Now I wait. Saturday morning 9:45 a.m. I'm ready. Her stuff is boxed up, piled by the door. I've already decided she's not coming inside beyond the entryway. 10:02 a.m. Knock on the door. Open it. It's her mom, and her best friend. Great, an entourage. Hey, she says quietly, eyes all red and puffy. Hey, here's your stuff. I gesture to the boxes. Her mom pushes forward. We need to talk about this. No, we don't. We need to load boxes and leave. You can't just throw away a relationship like this over one comment. Not one comment. An entire confession about how she settled for me because she's aging out. But sure, let's call it one comment. Her best friend jumps in. She was vulnerable and scared. You're supposed to support her, not punish her. Support her settling for me? Hard pass? My ex finally speaks up. Where's the KitchenAid mixer? I point to my kitchen counter where it sits. That's mine. I bought that. With money I gave you for your birthday, and I'm the one who actually uses it. It stays. Her mom's face is turning red. This is petty. You're being petty. Probably, don't care. My ex starts going through boxes, checking things. Then she notices something. Where's the ring? Oh boy, here we go. What ring? Don't play dumb. The engagement ring. Where is it? In my safe. I want it back. I actually laugh. Can't help it. You want the ring back? Yes, it's worth like $4,000. Which I spent on a ring for a woman who loved me. Turns out that woman doesn't exist. So no, you can't have it back. That's theft. Actually, it's not. When an engagement ends because you admitted you settled out of desperation, the person who purchased the ring keeps it. That's how this works. Her best friend is already Googling on her phone. Her face falls. He's technically right. In most states, the ring goes back to the buyer if the engagement is broken. My ex's jaw drops. You can't be serious. That's my ring. Was your ring. Now it's just a $4,200 mistake I made. But hey, at least I found out before the wedding. Her mom is fuming. This is unbelievable. You're stealing from my daughter. Your daughter told a therapist she only wants to marry me because her biological clock is ticking and she's desperate. I think I'm entitled to keep the ring I bought for what I thought was a real relationship. My ex starts crying. Again, I can't believe you're doing this. After everything we've been through. Everything like what? You lying about your feelings? Pretending you actually wanted to marry me when really you just wanted to marry anyone before 35? She doesn't answer. Take your stuff, leave. They load up the boxes. 30 minutes of back and forth to their car. I stand in the doorway the whole time, making sure nobody goes past the entryway. When they're done, my ex turns back one more time. You're going to regret this. When you're 40 and alone, you're going to regret letting me go. I'll take my chances. I could have had anyone. I chose you. Yeah, because you were desperate and running out of time. You said that yourself, not exactly flattering. Her mom grabs her arm. Come on, honey. He's not worth it. They leave. Finally. Close the door. Lock it. With my new locks that her key doesn't fit, my phone buzzes. My brother. How'd it go? About as bad as expected. She wanted the ring back. Please tell me you didn't give it to her. Hell no. Told her it stays with me. That's my boy. Beer later? Yeah. I need a beer. Thought it was over. It wasn't even close to over. Monday morning I'm at work. Get called into HR. My boss is there too, looking confused. The HR director, this woman in her 50s, has a folder in front of her. We received a complaint about you over the weekend. A complaint? Yes. An anonymous complaint claiming you've been harassing a woman, sending threatening messages, and creating a hostile environment. My brain immediately goes there. My ex-fiancée. Excuse me? I ended my engagement last week. She's been blowing up my phone. I haven't contacted her at all except to arrange for her to pick up her belongings from my apartment. My boss speaks up. Wait, this is about a relationship issue? Apparently. The HR director looks skeptical. Can you prove you haven't been contacting her? Pull out my phone. Show them my messages. The only texts to her are about picking up her stuff. Show them my call log. 0 calls to her number. Show them my blocked numbers list. I haven't contacted her. She's the one who won't leave me alone. The HR director makes some notes. Okay, we'll investigate this fully, but based on what I'm seeing, this appears to be a false complaint. If anything else happens, please document it and let us know immediately. Will do. Walk out. My boss follows me. You good? Yeah, just dealing with a crazy ex. Been there. Let me know if you need anything. I'm fuming now. She tried to mess with my job. Because I wouldn't give her back a ring she didn't deserve. That night, I get a text from an unknown number. This is her best friend. You need to give her back that ring. She's planning to take you to small claims court. I screenshot this. Then reply, good luck with that. The ring stays with me. Stop contacting me or I'll file for harassment. You're such an asshole. Block. 2 days later, I actually get a letter in the mail. From a lawyer. Or someone claiming to be a lawyer. The letterhead looks like it was made in Microsoft Word, and there's literally a coffee stain on page 2. The letter demands return of engagement ring, $4,000 value, return of KitchenAid mixer, $350 value, payment for emotional distress, $1,500, payment for counseling costs incurred due to your actions, $300. Total demanded $6,150. I take a photo of this letter and text it to my cousin, who's a paralegal. She calls me laughing. This is the worst demand letter I've ever seen. Where'd she find this lawyer? A cereal box. So I don't need to worry? Hell no. First, the ring is yours. She admitted the engagement ended because she settled out of desperation. You're keeping it. Second, a KitchenAid mixer? They'd have to prove ownership. Third, emotional distress? Over a breakup? No judge is taking that seriously. Fourth, you didn't force her into counseling. This is garbage. What do I do? Ignore it. If they actually file in small claims, call me. But this is just a scare tactic from a lawyer she probably paid $200 to send a threatening letter. Feel better. But also done playing defense. Time to go on offense. Our mutual friends have been asking questions. Her version of events is spreading. He abandoned me during a vulnerable therapy moment. He's cruel and cold. He won't even talk to me. Convenient how she's leaving out the part about settling for me because her eggs are expiring. One of our mutual friends, this guy I've known for 3 years, asks me directly at a weekend barbecue, dude, what actually happened? She's saying you just bailed during counseling for no reason. That's what she said? Yeah, that she was trying to work on the relationship and you just walked out. Want to know what she actually said? Yeah, man. Your side of this. She told the therapist in front of me that she only proposed because she's 34 and running out of time, that I'm boring, that she settled for me because her biological clock is ticking and she doesn't think she can find anyone better before she's too old. Exact words. His eyes go wide. Holy shit, she said that? Word for word. So yeah, I ended it right there. Dude, I don't blame you. That's brutal. Word spreads fast. Within days, the narrative shifts. People who'd been sympathetic to her start backing away. A couple friends reach out apologizing for believing her version without hearing mine. Her best friend sends me a nasty message. You're ruining her reputation. She can't date anyone now because you're telling everyone she's desperate. I'm not telling people she's desperate. I'm telling them what she said in therapy. If that makes her look desperate, she should have thought about that before saying it. She'll never forgive you for this. Good. I don't want her forgiveness. I want her to leave me alone. Block. 3 weeks after the breakup, I'm finally starting to feel normal again. The constant texts have stopped. The calls from her family have stopped. The threatening lawyer letters have stopped. Then my doorbell rings. It's 8 p.m. on a Wednesday. Check my phone security camera. It's her. Great. I talk through the camera speaker. What do you want? Please, I just need to talk to you. 5 minutes. No, please, I need closure. You got closure at Dr. Reynolds' office. This isn't fair. You won't even hear me out. I heard you out plenty. You told me exactly how you feel. Nothing left to say. I made a mistake. Can't you understand that? What mistake? Being honest about how you actually feel? That wasn't a mistake. That was the truth. She starts crying. Sitting down on my doorstep. I'm not leaving until you talk to me. Then I'll call the cops for trespassing. You wouldn't dare. I start dialing. She hears it through the speaker. Fine. Fine. You're such an asshole. She leaves. I watch her walk to her car on the camera. She sits there for 10 minutes, then drives away. My neighbor texts me, your ex seems upset. You need anything? Nah, I'm good. Thanks for checking. Let me know if she becomes a problem. Got your back. The next morning, I make a decision. I take the engagement ring to a jewelry store, the same one I bought it from. I'd like to sell this back. The jeweler, this older guy who remembered me from when I bought it, looks sad. I'm sorry it didn't work out. Me too, but not that sorry. He examines it. I can give you $3,400 for it. Deal. Sold. Done. Gone. Take that money and do something I haven't done in years. Book a vacation. Solo. 1 week at the coast, nice little rental house. Beach access. Quiet. Tell my brother, good for you, man. You deserve it. Yeah, I do. My ex finds out somehow, probably through mutual friends. Sends me a text from yet another new number. You sold my ring? That was mine. You had no right. Wrong number. This is Patrick. Block. Her mom leaves one final voicemail. I hope you're happy. You've destroyed her. She had to cancel the whole wedding. Lost deposits. We spent money on a dress. Everyone thinks she's a joke now. This is all your fault. Delete without listening to the whole thing. Her best friend makes one last attempt. She's really sorry. She wants to try again. She's in therapy now, working on herself. Would you consider couples counseling again? No. We're done. She told me she settled for me. That's not something you come back from. You're heartless. Maybe, but at least I'm not desperate. Block. Final update because people keep asking. It's been about a month and a half since everything exploded. Here's where things landed. I went on that vacation, whole week at the coast. Mornings on the beach, afternoons reading, evenings at local restaurants, trying everything I wanted. Didn't think about her. Didn't think about the wedding. Didn't think about being 31 and single again. Just existed. Came back feeling lighter. Like I'd shed something heavy I didn't know I was carrying. The ring money funded the whole trip with some left over. Bought a new TV with the rest. 65 inches. Beautiful. My ex made one final play about 2 weeks ago. Showed up at a bar where she knew I'd be. Friend's birthday party. She just appeared. Can we talk, please? I looked at her, really looked at her. She'd lost weight, looked tired, stressed. Part of me felt bad. Small part. There's nothing to talk about. I was wrong about everything. I do love you. I do want to marry you, not because of my age, because of you. Nah, what? I said nah. I don't believe you, and even if I did, the damage is done. You told me you settled. That's always going to be in my head now. Every argument, every bad day, I'd wonder if you're thinking, this is what I settled for. I can't live like that. I wouldn't think that. I promise. You already did think that. You said it out loud to a therapist while I was sitting right there. She started crying. Again, always with the crying. So that's it? You're just done? Yeah, I'm done. You should be too. Walked away, went back to my friends, didn't look back. My brother asked later, you good? Yeah, actually, I am. And I meant it. Here's what I realized during that week at the beach. I'm not boring. I'm stable. And there's nothing wrong with that. I like my job. It's not flashy, but it pays well, and I'm good at it. I like my apartment. I like watching football with my brother. I like having a routine. I like knowing what to expect. If someone thinks that's boring, they're not my person. My ex wasn't looking for a partner. She was looking for a solution to a problem. The problem was her age. The solution was any man willing to marry her before 35. I just happened to be convenient. That's not love. That's settling and hid it. The friends who matter stuck around. The ones who didn't weren't really friends anyway. I'm not dating yet. Not interested. Taking time to just be me without worrying about wedding timelines or biological clocks or whether I'm exciting enough. Maybe in 6 months. Maybe in a year. Maybe never. Don't really care right now. My life is good. Quiet, simple, boring even. And you know what? I'm totally okay with that. To everyone who said I overreacted, respectfully, you're wrong. If your partner told you they only wanted to marry you because they're running out of time and you're good enough, you'd leave too. Don't lie to yourself. To everyone who said I should have tried to work it out, why? So I could spend the rest of my life wondering if she secretly resents me for being boring? Hard pass. To everyone who supported me, thanks, means more than you know. That's it. That's the end of this story. Ex-fiancé is someone else's problem now. Hope she finds whatever she's looking for. Hope it's not just someone to have kids with before 35. As for me, I'm good. Got my boring job, my boring apartment, my boring life, and honestly, it's pretty great.